When most babies enter the world, they announce their arrival with cries and wails. But when little Isabella was born, her entrance was anything but typical, leaving doctors and onlookers utterly captivated. What she did moments after her birth became an internet sensation and left everyone in awe. Isabella's journey began with a surprise. Her parents, Diane and Renato de Rocha, weren't planning on a new addition to the family, only learning of the pregnancy 5 weeks in. Soon after, Diane received concerning news. She had a subchorionic hematoma, a rare form of bleeding between the uterine wall and the amniotic sac. The diagnosis was a shock, as it carried the risk of miscarriage. Advised by her obstetrician to rest, Diane took a 2-week break from work to focus on her health. Thankfully, despite the early scare, the pregnancy proceeded smoothly, much to Diane's relief. Months later, on February 13th, Isabella was delivered via cesarean section at a hospital in Rio de Janeiro. Diane and Renato wanted to capture the precious moments of their daughter's birth, so they hired Rodrigo Kunzman, a local photographer known for his skill in documenting childbirth. Rodrigo had no idea just how memorable this occasion would become, not only for Diane and Renato, but for his own career. During the delivery, Rodrigo snapped a captivating photo of newborn Isabella, giving the doctors an unforgettable look, an intense stare that seemed to carry a message all its own. Unlike most newborns, Isabella didn't cry right away. Despite the doctor's attempts to coax a cry, she simply glared at them, almost as if unimpressed with the new faces around her. She opened her eyes wide and wore a little scowl, Rodrigo recalled. Finally, after her mother kissed her and the umbilical cord was cut, Isabella let out her first cry. Rodrigo posted the photo online and it quickly went viral, receiving over 4,000 likes and countless comments on Facebook. The image became an instant hit, sparking joy and laughter across social media. For Rodrigo, the experience was transformative. He feels lucky to have captured such a unique moment, describing himself as blessed, like a lottery winner. And who wouldn't feel that way after witnessing such an unforgettable birth? Isabella's amusing newborn photo quickly turned into a viral meme. When I posted it, I had a feeling it could go viral, but with things like this, it's always a gamble, Rodrigo admitted. As for Isabella's mom, Diane, she had no idea about her daughter's grumpy expression at birth since it happened so briefly. It wasn't until Rodrigo showed her the picture that she saw it. I thought, where did that face come from? Diane laughed, adding that the photo captured her daughter's strong-willed personality. She fondly believes that Isabella was born to be a meme, one that everyone can't get enough of. Diane even shared that Isabella still uses her expressive facial skills to communicate, wrinkling her face in the cutest way when she's hungry or needs a diaper change. This little girl knows how to make her needs crystal clear. Many people wonder why Isabella gave such a strong reaction to the doctors at birth. One thing's for sure, when she sees it herself one day, she'll likely find it just as entertaining as everyone else does. In another remarkable newborn story, Angel Taylor, a mother of 4 from Washington, had an unexpected twist in her pregnancy journey. After several months of anticipation, Angel was scheduled to deliver her baby boy in mid-March. But at 37 weeks, a routine check revealed her blood pressure was dangerously high, prompting her doctors to recommend an early delivery. Caught off guard, 33-year-old Angel admitted, "I was totally unprepared for this." Despite the sudden change in plans, she tried to stay calm and focused, assuring herself that everything would be okay. This pregnancy was especially challenging, as she faced medical issues she hadn't experienced with her other children. Knowing it would be her last pregnancy, however, she was determined to appreciate every moment. "I wanted to savor every bit of it since I'll never go through this again," she said. On March 5th, Angel was admitted to the hospital, where doctors monitored her carefully. Her blood pressure had thankfully stabilized, though she hadn't yet started dilating. To encourage a smooth labor, they administered small doses of Pitocin. Still, her medical team was concerned. Angel had previously delivered via cesarean section, and her doctor wanted to avoid any risk of a uterine tear from forced labor induction. The care was delicate. Her doctor prioritized a safe and complication-free delivery for both Angel and her baby, reassuring her through every step of the process. Angela spent several days in the hospital waiting for her baby to arrive naturally, but when he didn't, doctors scheduled an emergency cesarean section. Due to scar tissue from previous pregnancies, her lower uterus couldn't expand enough to allow a natural birth. After 4 long days of labor, her baby boy Sullivan was finally born at exactly 11:24 p.m. The highlight of Sullivan's birth? His unforgettable entrance. Just as the doctors lifted him from Angela's womb, Sullivan stretched his arms and legs and flashed a radiant smile as if celebrating his grand arrival. It was a heartwarming moment that seemed to signal he was healthy and ready for the world, despite his early birth and a knot in his umbilical cord, which had caused his parents some concern. Angela found his reaction both amusing and touching. "I couldn't believe it because that's exactly what he'd do in my belly. Always stretching," she said. "We'd joke, 'You'd have so much more room if you just came out.' And when he did, he stretched right away. I couldn't help but smile and cry, especially after everything I went through during the pregnancy. He's my little miracle, and I can't wait to show him the picture one day." Photographer Laura Shockley, also from Washington, was there to capture Sullivan's joyful expression. She was amazed at his reaction, looking over the photo several times before sharing it. For Laura, Sullivan's radiant stretch and smile were a moment she knew was truly special. After a few more days of monitoring in the hospital, Sullivan finally went home with his delighted parents, where he was greeted by his loving siblings. Angela shared that Sullivan quickly settled in, rarely crying and being gentle and sweet, immediately adored by his older siblings who loved having him around. What do you think of these incredible newborn reactions? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below.